welcome back to our channel. I know we didn't post yesterday, but yesterday was just a pretty busy day for us, as is today. So we are going to be doing a very highly requested video, which is how we afford being on our own so young with a baby and affording a wedding and a honeymoon and a new apartment and like all this stuff. People are just curious as to how we're doing it. So we are here to explain briefly, without going into too much detail about how much we make, to give you guys any tips on being on your own or budgeting and handling your money in a smart way. Do you see her? So first off, Ben and I both got jobs when I was 15 and I got my
I was
first
14
job.
and a half. I had my worker's permit.
So we were very young when we got our first job. My mom always taught us, like my siblings and I, to save a lot of money. So she would always make us put a lot of money away for our first car and stuff. Therefore, when we did buy our first car, I paid off my first car within like 2 years, I think. Yeah, because I did save up so much. So I haven't had a car payment in a few years. What is wrong with you?
And then for me with my car, I started working so young, and like when you're that young, you don't have any bills or anything. So I pretty much just saved all of it, and then I just bought my first car. Like
Oh, you didn't like take out a loan or anything?
No, I just bought my first car.
Yeah. I didn't really save very much when I was working before I got pregnant, but once I got pregnant, that's when I started to save a bunch of my money, and we didn't go out very much. Like when we did, like, I don't know, I just feel like we didn't spend very much money.
No.
Ben saved a whole lot more than I did, and he was able to buy my engagement ring without having to pay monthly on that.
I was living with my dad at the time, and literally every paycheck, like I wouldn't buy anything because my dad would cook and like anything like that, and
yeah.
I didn't have my phone plan or anything like that yet. I didn't have to pay my car insurance or anything like that. So pretty much that like 2 years, I literally just saved. And like I got an investment account with my mom and just like put money away and saved literally almost all of my money, like 90% of it.
And I worked all the way up until I was 36 weeks pregnant, full-time. We were both working full-time and going to school full-time.
And when we were both working full-time during that duration, Katie was a manager and I was an assistant manager.
So then after Ella was born, obviously I wasn't working and we were just going off of what Ben had. And then we decided to get married. I think like out of how much the wedding cost, we paid about $7,000 in 7 weeks. That's how much we paid.
Yeah, it was.
And I honestly don't know how we did that.
Well, I do.
Why?
It's because my grandpa passed away.
Oh yeah.
And in his will was to give his grandchildren, like I think it was what, $3,000.
Yeah, something like
so that helped a lot.
$300.
And that all went towards our wedding.
And then we got a bunch of money from the wedding as gifts, which we won't say how much, but we got quite a lot of money from our wedding through gifts and through just cash and checks. So then after the wedding, we used like the money from the wedding to pay for the honeymoon pretty much. We did pay for a lot before we went on the honeymoon because you had to like get our flights, we had to get our Airbnb, we had to do a lot of stuff. But while we were there, as far as like dinners and activities, we used our wedding money to pay for all of that. So then when we came back, we were fine. We were living in my parents' house. She's blowing on my shoulder. We were living in my parents' house, so we weren't paying rent. And like I said, we both had a car that was paid off. Ben recently bought a car from his dad, and his dad is charging him literally nothing. So he does have a car payment every single month. And after I kind of sum this all up, I'll kind of go through exactly what we pay for a month. We weren't exactly paying for a lot of things while we were there, so it helped a lot with us being able to save our money. We recently moved about a month ago, and a bunch of our charges like completely went up. We're not used to paying this much a month, but we are completely fine, completely stable with our financial situation. We have to pay for, obviously we have to pay for rent, we pay for utilities, we pay for renter's insurance, we pay for our Wi-Fi and our Wi-Fi router, I pay for my insurance, my car insurance, he pays for his car insurance, I pay for my phone, he pays for his phone, and he pays for his car a month. So we have a lot of different monthly charges, also with little things like Spotify and Netflix and different things I'm set up for editing and stuff like that. I have a few charges a month for that. And then obviously like she drinks formula now, so we have to pay for her formula and her diapers and her wipes. So we technically have 2 ways of income. Well, we did save up a bunch, but then we were on one income with Ben's income. He now has like a ton of promotions.
Yeah, I pretty much got promoted. I had 2 big promotions in between after our wedding and
when we moved.
From when we moved.
Yeah.
I had 2 really, really big promotions, which helped a lot with the moving and everything.
So I mean, we had to buy pretty much everything. We had to buy all of our furniture, we had to buy all of our pots and pans and stuff,
and like the deposit down to move in, and then all.
We technically do have 2 forms of income. We would be fine if it was just Ben bringing in income, but we do have an income coming from YouTube. I'm not gonna say how much we have coming in from YouTube, but we do have money rolling in from there, which helps out a lot. It's not like an absurd amount of money, but it helps out a lot when it comes to extra things that we want to do. So we do have a cushion, and right now we don't have any debt either, except for your car.
Yeah, car. That's
his only debt.
But the nice thing about my car is that it's through my dad.
Yeah.
And it's very, like, it's just super easy. I just go over there the first of every month and pay him and hang out and talk a little bit. And it's super, like, laid back and chill.
What is that? Why are you so sad?
Say hi.
And then other than that, we don't have debt, we don't have student loans. Ben went to school off of scholarships, and my parents had a college fund for me, so we didn't get any student loans. I feel like we're gonna be really bad at giving financial advice because we don't have debt, we don't need to get out of debt except for your car. We've saved a bunch of money, we don't like have any history of like, I don't know, anything that we did wrong. I feel like it's really not that much advice or like budgeting, because we pretty much like pay our bills, and then we pay for groceries. We don't really like, I don't know, like we don't really go out to eat much, and if we do, it's like maybe 3 times a month or something. So yeah, I guess our advice would be save up. Don't buy anything that you can't afford. If you don't have the money, don't buy it.
Very true.
And if you can't go out to eat, or you can't go do fun things, like you just can't. You're just not in the situation to. And work hard, because Ben is the hardest worker that I know, and that is the only reason why we've been able to do what we can do, because Ben is such a hard worker that he will, if he wants something, like he's gonna, if we want an apartment, he's gonna work for an apartment. If you want to get married, he's gonna work for that wedding. And if we want to go on a honeymoon, he's gonna work for that honeymoon. So I guess be driven and hardworking. So yeah, that is pretty much how we budget, or everything that we have to pay for a month.
Surviving and not dying.
How we're surviving, how we're thriving, not dying. Oh my gosh. She has such chunky little legs.
I know you do.
Jeez, you're going nuts. Are you crazy? Okay, we're gonna end this video now because she's tired. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know if it was helpful or not, but I feel like everybody was asking about it, so we needed to kind of sum it up. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave, and we will see you tomorrow in our next video. Say bye. Oh, try again.
And there we go.